Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Jay. Glad you're here with me. It's Sunday and it's time to plan. Everybody, November's gone. Oh my goodness, November's gone. What happened to November? I'm saying that like every month now. Like, what happened to the month? Okay, so it's, I'm feeling Christmassy. I'm feeling in the mood. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining me today. For my subscribers, thank you for coming back. I'm feeling a little bit better. I called my doctor last week because I was feeling so bad and I felt like I had the flu or something like that, and just felt just out of it for about 3 or 4 days. So I went to have a COVID test and I had the test. They got back to me, told me I was negative, but they told me to still quarantine myself for like a few days after. So that's what I'm doing. But glad it's not COVID. And she said it was probably just a flu or some type of viral thing. So I'm not quite up to par, but I'm not as bad off as I was before. So I'm really thankful for that. So I was, you know what? I say this all the time, but I was talking again because I'm always, on the phone talking to people. And so we were laughing about our childhoods. And one of the things about the childhood, we talk about favorite toys and stuff like that. And one of my favorite things to have was my Barbie dolls. And I loved my Barbies, right? And so I couldn't wait to, and so this spread this week is about Barbie. It's Barbie. So I have this Barbie, let me show it to you. I have this Barbie calendar that I found at Tuesday morning. And I got it because I go, oh, I loved Barbie. She was so cool. And I had, back then you could get a black Barbie and a white Barbie. And one of the things my mom would do if she got me a Barbie, she'd get me a black one. And then she'd get me a white one. So I'd have like a mix of friendships. And so that's kind of how she wanted us to be. So I got this Barbie calendar to use in my spreads because I like it so much. So I'm doing my Barbie spread. So I'm going to move this one out the way. I'm doing my Barbie spread. And we were talking about our toys and just playing because it was Christmas too. And we were talking about Christmas and our Barbies and how much fun we had playing with our Barbies. You know what? When I was younger, the neighbor we lived in, it wasn't a bad neighborhood. We lived in a good neighborhood with families and things like that. Wasn't the most expensive of neighborhoods, but it was an okay neighborhood. Like, you weren't afraid you were going to be murdered or anything like that. So it was a good neighborhood. So, Sophie, stop. It's my daughter's dog, Sophie. So we would get a chance to just hang out and play and just have a good time. So this one day I had birthday money, and so my dad had given me money for my birthday. I think I'm thinking I was around 7 because I was allowed to go to the store and catch the bus by myself. So we were allowed, because our neighborhood, we could go and, I'd go catch the bus and do stuff like that. So we were catching the bus to go to the Sears. So I had told my mom that I was going to go to the Sears and we were going to buy, because my friends who I played with Barbies with said they were going to go and buy themselves some Barbies. So I said, oh, great. So I asked my mom, I said, hey, Ma, can I spend some of my money to get me some more Barbies? And she said, okay, but don't spend all your birthday money, get yourself, she goes, get yourself some, the little Barbie things, and then put the rest away. So I go, can I take all my money? She goes, no, just take some, and then, get your, stop, Sophie, no. You go sit down. So she goes, get your money, and then get what you need, and then don't spend all of it, and pick up some Barbie, you know, and I go, I'm going to get some clothes for my Barbies and everything like that. And so my friends were talking, and they were like, yeah, we're going to get us some Barbie things too, some Barbie clothes. Hey, Grace, halt. They go, we're going to get some Barbie clothes too and everything. So we were all set. So we went and caught the bus, the city bus, and we were on our way to go to the Sears, which was on, you know, not too far from the neighborhood and on the bus route. So we couldn't go like all the way into the city, but we could go on the bus route and go to the Sears. So there we were off to the Sears. Shh. So there we were off to the Sears. So me and my friends. So we're going to the Sears and we're having a good time. We're talking about what we're going to get. And we're like, oh my goodness. And so I had Barbie, and I had the little sister Skipper, what a name. So anyway, I had the little sister Skipper, and what my job was I was going to get some Skipper things. So we got off the bus, so we got off the bus, and we went on into the Sears. Boy, was I feeling proud that day, because my mom, you know, was like, okay, and she trusted me, and I had my little purse, and before I left, my mom took my money, and she, you know, in those days, they would put it and pin it inside you. So she put it in a little sack and pinned it inside my shirt, so that if somebody grabbed my purse, because that could happen, somebody grabbed my purse, I still have all my money, which was kind of cool. So I had my stuff pinned on me, and I was like, oh, so excited. And so I was like, okay. And so my friends were like, okay, Jay, here we go. So we go into the Sears, and we're looking around at all the stuff. So it was like a whole row of Barbie things. Like there was 2 aisles of it, because Barbie had a lot of stuff back then. So it was a whole roll of stuff. So I was looking all around. I was on one side, and my 3 friends were on the other side looking at stuff. So I think I like this side. Don't you think that's pretty? What do you guys think? I think it's pretty. So my 2 friends were looking at, you know, other stuff. And so I was like so into it that I wasn't like paying much attention to what they were about, because I was just excited that I was at the store and I had my money and I was shopping and buying my stuff. So I was just like so into what I was about. So my friends were over on the other side. I think that's a little too pink. So my friends were on the other side buying their stuff and looking at things and everything like that. So we were having a good day. And so inside the Sears was a little place where you could eat. So we said, you know, because we were going to act like big people. So we were going to stop shopping for a little bit and then go and eat. So we were going to go and eat. So we ate, went and got hot dogs at the little thing. I don't know, you know, usually when we went out somewhere, we always stopped and got a hot dog. And I think from this time now, that's still one of my things. When I go out sometimes, you know, I'm not supposed to have a hot dog, but I want to get myself a hot dog where I go. Like most people want a hamburger, I still want a hot dog and a Coke. So I'll get, you know, we got the hot dogs and we sat there and we ate and we talked about all the stuff that we saw. And so we go back down and look around some more, because we were going to be out for a while. And it was kind of nice, because my mom didn't say nothing about hurrying up, going back home. So I picked out all my stuff and went up to the counter to pay. So I paid for all my stuff, and the lady asked me, she said, do you want a shopping bag or do you want a regular bag? And I was like, oh, ma'am, could I have oh, she's too tall, but that's okay. I was like, ma'am, could I have a shopping bag? Oh, her little shoe hangs off. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to reinforce that shoe. I'm going to reinforce it. So I said, ma'am, so she goes, would you like a shopping bag? And I go, oh, yes, ma'am. Could I get a shopping bag? And she goes, oh, yes, dear. You can get a little shopping bag and put all your stuff in it. Oh, you talk about somebody who was like in heaven with their little shopping bag and everything like that. That was me. So I had my little shopping bag. I had my Skipper clothes in because I had got this stuff from Skipper. And I was waiting for my friends. They were taking an awful long time. So I was like, hey, you guys, hurry up because we gotta get back. And they were like, oh, okay, Jay, we just getting our stuff. And so I'm standing over there waiting for them, right? Oop, my shoe gonna get caught down there. So I'm standing there waiting for them and everything. And I'm like, I wish they would hurry up. Because my mom didn't say I could be out all day. She just said, go to the store, get your stuff, and come on back home. So, you know, I wanted to do what she said, because if you didn't, you weren't allowed no more freedom for a long time. You had to prove you was trustworthy. And so I was like, oh, that was crooked, but that's, no, I can't. Let me see if I can pull it up without tearing it. Nope, I can't. So it's that one's a little bit crooked. So I was trying to prove that I was trustworthy and everything. So I'm like, okay. So they go, we got our stuff, let's go. So I was like, they don't even, what stuff did you guys get? And so they go, oh, we got it. We decided. No, they go, we got it. No, we decided. And they go, no, we decided we weren't gonna get nothing today. And so I said, oh, so you guys didn't get nothing? Where you gonna spend your money on? We came all the way up here. And they go, well, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. So I said, okay. So we're going down the escalator because it was a 2-story thing. And we're walking down, going down the escalator. Next thing I know, the store cops stop us and grab us and go, you girls wait right here. And so I go, what's wrong, officer? You know, I'm thinking, what's wrong? They go, you wait right here. So then the other another store policeman comes, and they grab them, and they grab me too. And I'm like getting all scared because I'm like, hey, officer, what? And he goes, you girls come with us. And I go, I gotta tell my mom, you know, back then there was no such thing as a cell phone to call your mom. So they couldn't call your mom or nothing like that. So we go back to the room and everything, and the officer is like, okay, give it up. So I'm going, give what up, officer? He goes, you sit down, little miss. And I go, okay. So he makes me sit down. And so he tells them to give it up. And they're like, we don't have anything to give up. And he goes, you better give it up before you get into more trouble. So I'm going, how are we going to get into more trouble? You know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't think I was too bright back then. I really don't. Because I'm like, oh, man. So he goes, I want you to do it now. And I remember this so clearly because I'm like, oh, man, I was arrested. So he goes, we're going to, so they start taking stuff out of their coats, you know, under their, you know, because they had, you know, had stolen stuff. And they had it all stuck in their sleeves and in their little jacket and everything. So they had all kinds of little clothes and everything. And I had no idea that they were, you know, stealing because I was so into what I was doing. So I didn't know that they were stealing or anything like that. Let's see if I like it or if I need to add something else to it. And so he made them take their stuff out, and then he took my bag from me, and I had a receipt. And so he said, did you buy this stuff, little miss? And he kept calling me little miss, and I'm thinking, my name. So I tell him, I go, my name is Jay. He goes, I know, don't worry about it, Jay. And he goes, where do you live, and where's your mom, and all that stuff. And I go, and I was like, I didn't steal anything. He goes, I know, but you were with you were with these girls and stole stuff. So we need to check you. And so they pat me down and everything like that. And they get the saleswoman to come up there. And the saleswoman comes up and she tells them that I didn't take anything, that, you know, she was talking to me and I bought my things. And so they were like, okay, so you bought your stuff and they stole their stuff. So we're going to have to get you girls to go home. You girls, we're going to take you girls home. And I go, whoa, you can't be taking me home in no police car, because if I be in a police car, my mom's not going to like me in no police car. So he goes, well, you're going to have to get in a police car. So I go, but I didn't steal anything, so I could catch the bus back home. And he was like, no, you were with them. You were with them. So I go, yeah, but I didn't steal anything. And so he goes, no, little ma'am, you didn't steal anything, but your friends did. And so that means you have to be here with your friends. You have to stay with your friends. And I was like, but I didn't. And, I keep trying to tell him I didn't steal anything. And, knowing my mom, because, my mom wasn't going to go with that. You didn't take anything, but you're going to be okay about it. She's going to be okay about it. I go, my mom's not going to be okay with me riding in the police car. And so he was like, don't worry, we'll talk to your mom and everything. So I'm thinking, oh no, not my mom. She gonna think I knew they were stealing or something. She not gonna be okay with this. Mom's not gonna be okay with this. So I'm in the police car and I'm as scared as I can be. But my two friends, they don't seem really scared. They're like, you know what, when they get home, ain't nothing gonna happen to them. They felt like nothing was gonna happen to them. And I'm feeling like my mom gonna beat my butt. She is going to my mom gonna be crazy. She gonna be crazy on this. It's not gonna work out for me good. And so we get home. We get to the home and all the neighbors are out because we have to get out of the police car with two cops. So I'm getting out with my little shopping bag and I see my brother run by. He runs into the house to get my mom to come out. So my mom comes out and she's just looking at me. And so the cops, my mom comes up and she says, hi, this is my daughter, what's going on? And they go and he says, well, the girls were stealing. And so my mom goes, you were stealing? And I go, nope. And I'm trying to go, nope, no, Mom, I wasn't stealing. He goes, no, your little girl, little miss didn't steal anything. She was just with the girls who were stealing. And this is her bag, and she paid for her stuff, and she has her receipt. But she was with them, so we thought we'd bring them all home at the same time. She wanted to catch the bus, but since she was with the girls who were stealing, we thought we'd bring her home. And so riding in that police car, I was so afraid. It was like I was arrested myself. I was like, oh my God, I've been arrested. I've been arrested. My mom's going to kill me because I'm in a police car. That was my whole thought. She's going to kill me because I'm in a police car. And then when I get home and I see her face, I go, oh, she is going to kill me. This is terrible. Mom hates the police and all that stuff. She hates stealing and criminals and all that stuff. And I've just become a criminal. I was feeling like a criminal, right? Okay, so I'm all done with it. What do you guys think of it? I think it's gorgeous. Tell me what you think. I think she's gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous. Especially this dress. Oh my goodness, this dress is gorgeous. Oh, remember the Barbies had these little gloves and little shoes you could put on. My little Barbies had a little closet. But anyway, so we're in the, I get home, my mom, she's like, okay, so you were with people they were stealing. So my little friends' moms come out and the cops explained to them that they were stealing and stuff like that. And their moms were like arguing, like, are you sure they were stealing? And blah, 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 blah. And everything. So she goes, and so they go, you didn't even have any money. And so my mom was like, but you had money, right? And so I'm going, yes, ma'am. Because, when your mom's mad, it goes to yes, ma'am. So I go, yes, ma'am. She goes, well, come. So she goes, officer, can I take her on in the house now since she's not in any trouble or anything like that? And he goes, yes, yes, you can go ahead and take her because they're going to have to, the store, wants to make sure they never come to the store again or anything like that without parental supervision or anything like that. And he goes, and to make sure your daughter, when she comes to the store again, not to come alone, she needs parental supervision. He goes, so my mom goes, even though she paid and she didn't steal anything, he goes, it would be better if she had parental supervision. So we get in the car, we get in the house, right? My mom goes, did you know they were stealing? I said, no, ma'am. So she goes, did you know if they had any money? I go, no, ma'am, it was their idea. Because remember, I asked if we could go. She goes, yes, I know you asked. So she says to me, she goes, so you're going to have to be in punishment for 2 days for not being observant enough to figure out that they were stealing. So I was like, oh my God, how do I get punished because somebody else stole? So I tell my brothers, and I'm stuck in the house for 2 days. And she goes, and I really don't want you to play with them anymore. So I'm stuck in the house and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm in the house, but I'm okay. I'm stuck in the house, but I'm okay because I take out all my little Barbie clothes. I put them on those little teeny hangers because she had little teeny pink hangers. And I had a little bar, a little closet. There was a little box that the Barbies was in. And then you could stand them in there. And then you shut it and all that clothes and everything. But when you open it up, it was like a closet. So I didn't mind not going outside playing with those girls or anything like that. And then after that point in my thing, I think I became a little bit more introverted because I tended to kind of I learned my lesson. And I think you learn your lesson once. After you've been semi-arrested and you're riding in a police car like a criminal, you learned your lesson. You're like, oh no. So when I went to go and do something, I asked my mom if I could do it. And I go, I'm going to go by myself. And back then it was great. You could go by yourself. And so I learned my lesson. I never went to the store with them again. I still play with them every now and then, but I became a little bit more introverted and kind of enjoyed like just playing by myself until I found some other group of friends. So that's the lesson for this week. Once you see the light and you learn the lesson, keep it going. And I'm still like that to this day. I have a few friends that I wouldn't want to be, go to the store with. I'm not that they would steal or anything like that. It's just that they're a little bit on the, on the shady side. So I try not to hang out with them too much and do too much. So you got to be careful with stuff like that. And I know we all got some shady friends who you be like, man, girl, no, put that down, girl. And you got to say stuff like that to them. So thank you for listening to my crazy story about how I was arrested. There I was, a criminal for all in the day, rode in the back of a police car like a criminal, got pat down like a criminal and everything, all because of Barbie. This all started with Barbie, just so you can know. And hence my Barbie spread. And aren't these Barbies just beautiful? Well, thank you, friends, for joining me this week. I'm going to try to, I work during I work from home. So I'm going to work and rest like the doctors say and then hope I can get rid of this thing that's in my chest. And I thank you for joining me. Did you guys play with Barbies when you were younger, or do your daughters play with Barbies? Or I don't know if I don't even know if Barbie's still popular these days. Let me know. Give me some comments down below and everything like that. And wow, you know what? There I was, a young semi-criminal. I didn't do anything. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the spread. Give me a thumbs up. I'm still trying to get to my 300 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, press that button and subscribe. And if you are one of my subscribers, I thank you so much for subscribing. I thank you so much for coming by and looking at my spreads and things like that. I just enjoy. I can't start my week without my calendar done because I use it for everything. My calendar is my personal and my work calendar, so I have to have it. And if I don't, my whole day is screwed. So thank you very much. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all in my next video. And I think my next one, I'm finally going to see if I can get that snowman video to load up. Thank you very much, friends, and I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget, be the reason somebody smile. Take care of yourself. Remember, self-care is very important. Stay safe. Do everything that you need to do, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.